One of the most difficult things in life is fighting yourself. Fighting your brain, your body, your heart, and feeling like everything's out of control. Feeling like you don't have control over what you're thinking, what you're doing, and in reality not knowing how to feel. It's when you put your emotional effort, you put yourself on the line physically and emotionally into one thing, and then that one thing just disappears. And how things in the space of a couple of hours, when things look really, really good and you're feeling really happy, to the next minute, you're left with nothing, no explanation, no answers, and a lot of questions. For hours and hours, beyond days, you're thinking in your head, why? Why has this happened? And you start, and the only thing that your mind thinks is me. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? And then it makes you think, what is actually the point? What is it about me? What have I done? And the fact is, you don't get those answers, and you're left in a notorious cycle over and over and over again, with no answers and no explanation. And it stays on your mind, not for 1 day, not for 2 days, not for 3 days. It could go for weeks, it could go on for months. And even if you forget about it, for a period of time, you'll always come back because you never got the answers. And that shit fucking hurts. That shit hurts. When you think you've done everything right, you've learned from mistakes from the past, you try and be a better person, and yet all you get is the same result. And even no matter how many times it's happened, no matter how many times you come back, stronger. No matter times that I know how many times you come back stronger from the same thing happening over and over again. It only hurts more and more. As someone literally grabs your heart and tears it apart, and you physically feel that, and then you're walking around, and you feel like there's just nothing in you, questioning the purpose of life. What is my future? Where do I go? Do I sit there in loneliness and just deal with being lonely, but then deal with the depression of lonely and sitting in my room with only my thoughts, which will drive me crazy? Or do you try and talk to more people, but then you're scared of just the same thing happening again, people just leaving you behind? It's like two dead ends. Both ends just ruin you. Both ends just cripple you, and you just don't know where to go. I have a fantastic job that I have really, really learned, and not only has improved as in my job as a baker, but also improved as a person. And the guys in work who have really helped me transition and understand things a lot more. But when I come home from work and I sit in this room, I've got my laptop here, which I've been playing Football Manager on. I've got the new Call of Duty here on my Xbox. I sit here and just think, why have I been put in this situation? I put my effort and time into things as much as I physically can. I try and be as nice as I can. I try and be genuine. I try and be me. I try and be genuine. I feel like I'm not accepted for me anymore. And the fact that over maybe the last month and a half or so, I've probably experienced some of the worst things I ever have, has drove me down into the pit of depression, into a pit of unknown, and I'm genuinely at the current moment of unknowing where to go. It's difficult because sitting in this room and all that goes through my mind day after day when I lie in bed trying to go to sleep, all that lies in my bed and on my mind is, why, Josh? Why? And the thing is, I have no answer. Anytime I go and ask for answers, I'm completely dismissed. It's my feelings to them people are utterly irrelevant. They leave me after when I put everything on the line. They just block me out like that, and I have no answers. No answers. And the only thing that I keep doing is questioning myself, questioning what have I done wrong. Overthinking is a bloody fucking killer, and there's no cure for it. There is no cure for overthinking. It's a battle that I have 24 hours a day. From when I try and go to sleep, from the moment I wake up, the only thing that's in my mind is why? 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 I will not get these answers. Ever. These will be answers that I will be asking for ages. So I'm talking to a brick wall because those answers will never come back. But what will keep happening is I will be still in this room. I will still have these thoughts in my mind, and it only drives me down and down and down. And I just don't know where to go. You know, what more can I do than be myself? What more can I do to be physically strong? What more can I do to just... Do I just push everyone away but then feel lonely and be stuck with thoughts that are just not going to help me in any way? Or do I try and talk to people but I've got anxiety, I have trust issues, and I'm genuinely scared that those people are going to walk away again from me, so that makes me scared to get close to people, which just doesn't really help either. 2 dead ends, no real good choices, constant answers that I want, but which I'm never ever going to get. Questions that will lie in my head 24/7, 7 days a week, and I will never ever get them. All because people, particular people, who I thought I could trust, who I thought I was close with, who I thought were close to me and want to be part of their life, have decided all of a sudden, with no explanation, to just go. And then you start questioning, were their feelings real? Was everything they were saying real? Were you actually being lied to the whole time? And it always results back to one thing: me. And I always keep thinking, what is it about me? And that's the shit that hurts, not knowing where to go from here. And this shit has affected a lot of things. I come home from work not happy. I have very little motivation to do anything on YouTube, which I absolutely love doing for a few months. I feel like I can't talk to people because I'm scared of the same thing happening again. And I'm just down, depressed, and not knowing where to go. And no matter what I do, I don't know how to change that. Overthinking, anxious, confused, and lost. Probably the 4 best words I can use to describe the way I am at the moment. And I want to keep going. I want to remain strong. And I know positives are around the corner. I'm still very young, and I've got a good job and all of that stuff. But I have an incredible family. I do have some very incredible friends who I do know I can trust all the time. But after that, I just don't know where to go. It's fucking painful. I thought I could be me. I thought I would be accepted for me. I thought, when people tell you these particular feelings that they have, that they are true and they're legitimate, and that made me feel good. But now the question is, why did they get rid of me? Were those feelings ever real? Did they lie to me the whole time? And was I the problem? 4 very big things in life are those 4 questions that I will never ever get an answer to. Ever. No matter how much I try, no matter how much I ask, those answers will never ever ever be answered. And as the weeks go on, as the months go on, as Christmas comes, I will always be dreading and thinking of those answers which I will never get. And that shit, there's no cure for that. There's no cure at all for that. There'll be days I'll feel better than others, for sure. There's no doubt about that. But there's no answers. There's no cure, or answer, should say, for not having the most crucial answer in your life. And that leaves a hole in my heart, leaves a hole in me that will never be able to be replaced. And this is not just something that will affect me for weeks. These trust issues will last me for years. This is not a short-term thing. This is something that's going to last me for years. And I'm never really going to be able to get rid of it. Even if I ever find maybe a particular person in the future, I can particularly trust, the leading up to that, the weeks, going through that, I'm never, ever, ever going to be able to just fully know that I can talk to someone without something happening, and that shit, bro. That shit's painful. I'm sure people watching this who can relate to it, who can relate to that, and know exactly what I'm trying to say, and yeah, but mental health, man, is no fucking bullshit. This shit is serious, and there's so many different aspects of mental health, which I could easily talk about. You know, when you're questioning yourself now 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, questioning yourself, questioning your methods, questioning everything about you, because these people who said so many important things to you, you know, really, really important things to you, at the end of the day, just get rid of you like that. Like you meant nothing, like you were irrelevant to them the whole time, and makes you think, was it me? Or was it... I can't speak. Just... I hope one day those answers will be answered. One day I can finally know what the issue actually was. But the fact of the reality is, I just don't think it's ever going to happen. And where do I go from here? I'll do what I've done every single time. I will try and stay strong. I'll not turn to anything like vaping or smoking or drinking to overcome this feeling, because none of my feelings isn't going to do anything. I will continue to try and be strong. I will try and realize there is people out there who genuinely I know I can trust and genuinely have a good fall for me. But you see people my age, my generation, toxic, selfish, and don't give a fuck. And those people who will move on with their life happily, they'll just get on because it's just water for ducks back. People like me who put in all that effort, who were emotionally sucked in, are now left with no answers, sadness, depression, and just a lack of motivation now to do anything. I'll try and get up. I'll try and be strong. I'll try and be who I know I can be. But I don't know where to go from here. I'm at a loss. But you know, for anyone who is watching this and anyone who does relate, just know you're not alone. You know, if you are in a situation like this or any other situation, do come and speak up. Speak up to anyone. If it's your friends, your family, if it is me on Twitter, or even in the comments, you want to share your story. You're not alone. I am probably the lowest of low depression-wise at the moment. I'm fighting my mind 24/7, 7 days a week, and it's incredibly difficult at the moment to even drink, sleep, eat, and get up and do anything. And hopefully the day comes soon enough when all of this becomes irrelevant and I become stronger and better for sure. But it's a long road ahead, and it's a road that I don't know when it's going to come to an end. But just know if anybody can relate to this, you're not alone. And there is toxic people out there who are going to do this shit to us. And I'm sure people have been on the end. I'm sure anyone who watches has probably at least been on the end of this once. Unfortunately, to me, it's been a bit more than once. And that's again maybe why I question myself, because if it happens to me all the time, then what is it about me? But anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. To me speaking up about my mental health and how I'm feeling and why I'm feeling like this. And if you do relate and you're struggling mentally, do speak up. It does help. There's always people out there who are willing to listen. And even though right now I feel like there isn't an answer, there's always something around the corner that will cheer you up. And just remember that people out there do care for you. And always remember that you're never alone. And I do feel alone at the moment and have a lot of questions that I will never be answered, but I'll try and get up, be strong again, and if you're watching this and you're struggling, you should do the same. Thank you everyone for watching. It's okay not to be okay.